This is the voice of transformation. Welcome to Valdemar's College Project Read audio series. READ is an acronym for Restoring Excellence into Academic Diligence. We know that all readers are leaders. Therefore, our focus is to develop your leadership competence, character, compassionate, and consistent nature. We hope to shift your mindset from a socialized mind to a transforming mind, a self-transforming mind. I am Dr. Joshua Kolawole. My transformation initiative is directed at senior secondary school students, A-level candidates, young working class professionals, and business executives. Why not join me today as I discuss the concept of transforming love? So, thank you so much for joining me today, and I need you to listen and listen carefully. The concept of love has been misinterpreted over time. I will talk from the two major spectrum of love. Number one is the emotional love, and number two is the transforming love. My priority is that you will move from the concept of your understanding of emotional love to become someone who carries a transforming love. As you have understood, emotional love is love powered by your emotions. Transforming love is a love that is powered by the integration of your brain, the major part of your brain, which is the cortex, the integration of that part with the part that regulates emotion. So, transforming love is going to be bounded by love that is competent, that has solid character, that is truly compassionate, that is courageous, and that does it consistently. While emotional love is a love that is based on emotions. Emotions is defined as a complex state of feeling that results in physical or psychological changes that influences your thoughts and behavior. And it is therefore associated with different range of your temperament, your mood, your motivation, and your personality. So, emotional love is actually the primitive nature of love in our heart. In summary, that primitive nature of love, that when a mother gives birth to a child, that love that comes towards a child naturally, it's an emotional based love. It's the love that oozes out to care for something irrespective of what factor the thing brings on board, as it were, because of its weak nature, weak status, as the case is. However, the kind of love I want us to move into, even though you will most likely start from emotional love, is the transforming love, because that is actually the love that is responsible for your leadership transformation. So if you ever become great in life and become a transformed mind, you must dust up yourself, move from emotional love, and start growing into transformational love. So, as I've described it, you will understand now that emotional love is a love for babies, for children. And look, when I use the term children, quote and unquote, we can have a 70-year-old child. So don't get me wrong. The growth in the mind is actually what determines if someone is an adult or someone is a child. So we have so many 70-year-old children. They have failed to grow in their mind from emotional context of love to the transforming context of love. So I need you to follow me clearly. This is going to be a series, and I would love you to listen to the whole series over the spread of the weeks that would take to discuss this concept of transforming love. So my focus is the love that transforms, that will transform your life, transform the culture in which you are, and help you to move from a lower anxiety management system to a higher anxiety management system, and help you to be able to subdue the negative impact of your culture, build capacity within yourself so that you can turn performances around you, you can turn them around. So, like I said, the emotional love is the primitive nature in our heart. It is based on survival. It is the emotional love that keeps a lot of people in survival mode. And by survival mode, it keeps them selfish. It keeps them thinking about themselves alone, except for anything they see a gain in, or something they feel they will have a future or immediate benefit in. Emotional love does not thrive in such environment. I do not want to totally discard emotional love. Remember, I said it, that even the concept of transformational love will be an integration of the emotional love plus the higher order of the love now, which makes it transforming. So the reason why I said that is I have to be very careful. The love our mothers normally have for us is more likely to be an emotional love. Let's face it. That is why a mother will fight very hard for her child, even though her child is right or wrong. And after fighting for her child, emotional love is not capable of letting the child know the truth and getting the principles integrated into the child's mind. That is where the challenge comes in. It will take a mother who has now grown in her mind to understand the concept of transformation, to now build a scenario, a case, where after using the emotions to fight for their child, they then work with the child to become a disciplined child. Let me explain it in a better way now. Occasionally, even great leaders will run on emotional love. So, if I say that the emotional love is what pumps the adrenaline when you see a car wanting to hit a small child, that will make an adult, a mother, run without fear towards the car and in a bid to rescue the child, that is emotional. When I see someone in imminent danger, I need to rescue the person immediately. When I see someone in extreme hunger, in a state of coma or something, it's the onus lies on me to rescue the person via the emotional level of my love. So people will see me and say, wow, he risked his life for something. That's great. That's emotional. So we all at different points in our life need occasional emotional outbursts, either to call our leaders back to order or to drive the passion of a mother to rescue our child at all costs, either from diseases, from police custody, or from danger. Irrespective of the wrongdoing of any child or anybody, the onus lie on a society to first protect the life of that person. And I understand that emotional basis for love. However, when you have now rescued the person, you need to work with the person to make them grow. This is where the concept of transforming love comes in. And in the bid of working with the person to make them grow, this is when you are able to prevent reoccurrence of the danger, of the hunger, of the chaos that has happened to that person. So I appreciate you as a mother. Your child is misbehaving. You had to rally around to help the child out of police custody, which is great. But when you get the child out of police custody, your love must not end there. You must now be willing to pay the price of discipline and sacrifice to walk that child through the rigorous process of building solid character so that subsequently they do not return back to that shameless condition. Another option is a mother or a father who wants to pay for examination malpractices to rescue the child from failing because you know your child is ill prepared for an exam and the exam is just in a week time. That is emotional love. Emotional love will go all out and say, I must rescue this child, even if I have to break laws, break rules, break principles. But you know truly you have really not helped the child. You are only buying certificate, paper for the child. You are really not buying a transformation of mind for that child. So this is the idea. The onus lie on you that if the child has to fail this immediate exam, you will now work with the child to get the child more disciplined, put them through a rigorous process. If they have to wait till a year time to correct all the errors of the past, and now work them to be able to write the exam on their own. That is when you are now giving the child both a certificate and a transformed mind. So emotional love will say, no, just go and pay for malpractices, rescue the child. When it gets to 100 level in the university or somewhere, they would sort themselves out. Whereas a transforming love will say, no, take your time. Deal with this child's immediate challenge. If he's hungry, deal with him. If he needs some immediate restoration, help him in his health, in his environment. But work with this child over time with the concept of transforming love to become better. The same thing can happen in business. You think if I quickly bribe this person, I will find my way through this business system. and I will possibly make some profit. But what you have simply done using the emotional love is that the rigorous process of transformation of character that your heart should build, where you decide to not bribe your way and grow over time to build a good business system, that rigorous process, you have simply lost out of it. And that is where the transforming love concept comes in. So I will give you another example to make it clear. The European countries come to Africa. They come to establish NGOs. The truth is, when they landed in Africa, truly, we were wallowing in so many deaths from malaria, from many preventable diseases. So the emotional love they brought truly is needed to rescue us immediately from the imminent danger of death and destroying our society. However, what we have failed to now do is that after we've been helped out of the danger, we now should sit down and say, we now want to create a system that is made up of hardworking people, that is made up of continuously educating ourselves, so that when we mix the advantage of continuously educating ourselves and working hard, we will not in another 10 years, 15 years have to depend on any European nation again. Instead, we will now build our system over 10, 15, 20, 30 years to become a great nation that we also can provide emotional love to another system. Do you know that when they come and they give us aids like that, the chances are that once we collect the aid, we stop learning, we stop thinking. And once we stop thinking, stop learning, what happens to us is we have sold our future even into slavery the more to the Europeans. They understand that concept. They keep coming around to give us aids. And that is why it becomes difficult for us to embrace the transformative capacity for love. So I want to urge you today, join me next week, because next week I'm going to continue on the concept of transformational love and emotional love. But I want you to know that emotional love is good, but at its best, it can only help you out of imminent danger. But if you want to become a great mind on earth, you need the concept of transformational love. Thank you so much. I am Dr. Kolawole Joshua. I am a Transforming Minds Evangelist, and I want you to continue to listen to me and enjoy me on YouTube. Thank you.